Okay, so that's one set. So one round of one set. Restart. Has to be 3 rounds. Okay? So I think after after a little bit more of muscle building, I'm gonna start losing fat so I can do like a, I don't know, fitness photo shoot maybe. Maybe I want to do a photo shoot with LP. He suggested it. It's like a goal, you know? That I did. Round 2 out of 3. With 5 kilograms. 12 times. And then the B sit-ups. So that's a set. No breaks. So I mainly focus on body weight, weights, or a mix. I do mostly weightlifting because I'm trying to gain muscle, not trying to get thin. So if I do body weight, I can't gain muscle. It's not enough intensity. I'll just stretch a little more or something. Auto mode didn't allow you a message? Oh. Why? automatically deletes the word cunt, bitch, fuck. And I think that's about it. So peace out, one of the above.